Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lee Seung-min. This is Kim Hae-ga and Kim Ha-bin, and we are agents from our sports agency, HDC. Today, we're going to talk about someone who is younger than any of us sitting in this room, but yet still managed to play in world-class championships and earn numerous titles. This person is Oh Se-hoon. First, we're going to talk about what kind of qualities he holds and what kind of player he is. Next, we will talk about how some agencies hold their standards and how Mr. Oh complements these standards. Lastly, we will show why he is the most suitable player in the market, starting with Mr. Kim.
Thank you, Mr. Lee, for the introduction. Good afternoon, my name is Ha Kim, and I'm here to talk about the basics of our chosen player, Oh Se-hoon. First, I will share how we ended up choosing Mr. Oh as our aspiring athlete. We have thoroughly discussed what kind of sports would be suitable for the state and what kind of sports would be accepting of Korean athletes and their physical style. Upon discussion, we have decided soccer would be a suitable sport. And from the standards we have had, we decided to sell soccer player Oh Se-hoon. Sending Korean soccer players to the States is not unfamiliar. We sent the player Hwang In-bom to the States before, and he is pursuing a successful career to become a star player. The reason we choose Oh Se-hoon as our player is because he has physical attributes that does not lag behind players from the States. Also, his footwork and his play style were exceptional and exactly what we are looking for when scouting through numerous athletes. Oh Se-hoon is 21 years of age. He is 193 centimeters tall and his weight 83 kilograms. Really huge for his age, right? Let me show you some of the highlights of his career. He played as a center back until he was 15 before turning to a forward striker. He also plays an active role as a main player in the under-20 representing team. He achieved the quintuple win in the 2017 season, as well as claiming the Best Young Player award. After 2018 season, he has been chosen to play in the Ulsan Hyundai football team. Mr. Oh has scored 2 goals in the U20 Poland World Cup when he played against Japan. His reputation in Korea shows that he is a player that can use his physical advantages, his play style. He is known to predict his opponent's movements and sensibly plan his route and tactics based on his quick thinking. Surprisingly, these are just some of his attributes. Next, Mr. Kim will share Mr. Oh's playing techniques and how it is shared quality with USA's Saturday.
Thank you, Mr. Kim. Now, as Ms. Lee introduced me in the beginning, my name is Kim Hae-ga, and my job of the team is to analyze and examine our athletes so that we can present them to you. Now, Mr. Oh, let me briefly explain about his strengths. The first video will be showing you his accuracy in passes and shooting.
모든 것을 지금 왼발력도 쭉 가고 기다리고 있어요. 딜러주고
As you were able to see in the video clip, Mr. O, the first part of the video, Mr. O was able to score by shooting the ball into the ball in the left corner. And in the second part of the video, you were able to see that he was able to give a perfect assist to his teammate. Having a high accuracy of passing and shooting will bring more assists to your teammates, and he'll be able to score more, which means that will lead his team to victory. Now, the second video clip. The second video clip is about his one-touch passes.
나름대로 세밀하게 보면은 그 점프할 때 높낮이라든지 공의 각도가
Amazing, right? Able to give one-touch pass to your teammate. It's not easy, especially when you're that young. At the age of 21, he's able to give perfect one-touch passes to his teammates. Now, why is this important? As well, you all know that one-touch pass and fast tempo is important in modern soccer, enabling your teammate to play out their team style faster and bringing confusion to the opponent's defense, and he's able to do that. Now, the third video clip will be showing you his understanding of soccer. As you were able to see in the first part of the video, you were able to see his strength, one of his strengths again, one-touch pass. And after the one-touch pass, he moved aside so he could give more space to his teammate to take a shot. And in the second part of the video, he let the ball get through him, allowing his teammate to have the possession of the ball. And then, as you were able to see, he ran into an empty space so that he could receive the ball from his teammate so he could get a chance to attack. And then, unfortunately, in this video, the foul was not given. Now, the fourth video clip, it's about it's about his biggest strength, physical factors.
줍니다. 돌아서지 못하네. 자, 뭐 왼발 또 쭉. 공격이 주고 뒤로 맞추고.
연기도 정말 아주 좋습니다.
Great first touch by Mr. O. As you were able to see in the video, his first touch is brilliant. And after the first touch, he brings at least one or two defenders towards him, and when they come closer, he quickly passes the ball back to one of his teammates. And then, allowing teammate to pass to another teammate or switch sides into an open space, which helps the team a lot to gain more higher percentage of attacking or counter-attacking. Now, the last part of his strength is how well he uses his physical factors. Thanks to his tallness, he does not need to jump high. And when he goes against tougher opponents, all he has to do is jump higher than them, allowing him to win the aerial duels. Now, why is this important? He's able to use his head very precisely, able to give the ball to his teammate, or to put the ball into the bottom corners or the top corners so he can get goals. Now, he can do this at such a young age, and he's a target man striker. Target man striker. There are great target man strikers like Giroud, who has won the World Cup with the France national team, and Zlatan, one of the greatest strikers in history. And they are his idol. Now, there are less target man strikers these days, allowing his variety of play styles to rise up. Now, because thus we carefully think with the quality and the skills he possesses and the rarity of his play style, we believe he should be paid $30,000 as his annual salary. And now, Ms. Lee will be presenting to finish it off.
Thank you, Mr. Kim. From his presentation, I can assume that we are so close to persuading you. But surprisingly, there is more to Mr. O than just skills, trophies, and medals. I am Lisa Min, and I am here to show you the more humane side of Mr. O. First of all, American soccer in general emphasizes speed, athleticism, and power over the technical abilities of a soccer player. This mostly eliminates the need for smaller, more technical players, and instead creates a bigger need for players with more speed and strength. Now, this is where Mr. O comes in play. As emphasized thoroughly in our presentation, Mr. O is a huge player, a very useful physical attribute in the States. Also, as we can see from his interviews, he possesses an incredibly humble yet compassionate personality and isn't afraid to use those to his gameplay. He is a sensible player, meaning he can accept his coach's guidance and apply them to his need. He claims to be a calm person, and we can see it from how he can space his mind out in stressful times and play as if every stadium is his own. He owns every single string to be his own, and good game or not, he knows how to translate experiences into insights on how to become a better player. And I think the rest is pretty self-explanatory. These are the reasons why we think Mr. O is the perfect individual to complement your biggest needs as well as being our confident decision. Thank you.